It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one swung out to Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Williams again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught. It's Gronkowski for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 46-yard line.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
56, Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 15. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that?
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Dorsett's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Robinson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give to Taylor. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. To throw is Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They run it again with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A throw complete to Dorsett. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Roberts. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll set up to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Flush to his right. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Ain't doing nothing.
Play action. Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Wilson to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Williams. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Broncos 28, Seahawks 24.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Now they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Wilson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Second and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Seahawks, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be at home next week for a